fucked with
You broke a duel with that move.
I'm so glad that happened, even if that might be one of the singular reasons you party wipe, is that Vol convinced Jewel that these are demons and would be affected by holy water.
If that's how this goes, I'm okay with it.
So, we're starting off with Sonata's turn. To set the scene, your gust of wind is still... all the rats are being pushed down into the basement. Unfortunately, you kind of destroyed the door, but it's still half there. You know, it's... some of it's there, some of it's not. On the other side of the gust of wind is the pews, where the Rat King is chasing down Jewel, who is now gone out of the church and into a little bit of a hallway that goes towards the outside of the castle.
I am going to yell over to Jewel. Y'all right, buddy?
No, I'm not. I am slightly more alright. Thank you.
That's good. Honestly, that helps.
Well, as much as, you know, the lore nerd of me wants Healing Word to be like, by the graces I give you, or just being like, get up, is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I never
She's
have
kind of blunt.
Yeah.
She's kind of a
It's
blunt.
it's kind of an accidental magic, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Why
she's
are you
just
being a
so
bitch?
appealing that, like, when she talks to you, you feel good about it.
Mm-hmm. That's a bonus action.
Yep.
And also, another thing I forgot to say, there's a section of those pews over there that's now covered in lantern oil.
Right. I'm going to throw my regular dagger at the Rat King. I do not know how
Same
to make
attack
this a
roll.
throw.
It's the
Same.
Okay. That's a miss.
Yep. Clatters off.
But I would yell to him. I'd be like, "Hey, ugly!" You know? Try to get him to come back towards me.
You can give me an intimidate to try and, you know, tempt him over a little.
Sure.
I like it.
Oh,
Hey,
That did
ugly!
the
He
same
turns,
thing.
and there's this tiny, like, barely 5 foot, like, mermaid person, like, hey, you're ugly.
He's just like, "Oh, she talked to me."
Oh, she's a cute one, ain't she?
The rats, all but one swarm, and that's the one that Joel has weakened, have tumbled down the basement, down the stairs to a degree, and are fighting up against it, but it's more or less holding them back in the doorway. The one that Joel didn't keep back, or the one that Joel injured, so it's at half strength, is actually going to push its way against the wind. And I have to check if it's actually got enough movement to get to you against the wind, because the wind basically gives it difficult terrain. It can get right up to you, Sonata, and the rat swarm can try and bite you. What's your armor class? 14?
11.
11 hits you.
Okay.
But it does less damage because it's been weakened. It deals 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
With the swarm of rats biting at your legs. Volvaran, who is currently a heretic, defiling a stained glass window of the god Pyth.
He's gonna climb up more on that stained glass window, just a little bit further.
Yeah.
And then
You see, it's definitely a 10-foot high stained glass. There's no way it isn't.
yeah, no, exactly. Like, how could it not be? I'm just gonna sit on Pyth's face and just.
Actually, there's actually like an orange tree up there, unfortunately.
Oh, I'll sit in the orange tree.
Pyth
That's
is a
fine.
little lower.
that's terrifying.
And I'm going to be essentially from this distance, shouting at the Rat King and saying something along the lines of, "Isn't this just a hilarious situation?" I don't know if he's immune to it, but it's worth doing. And then while I'm doing that, I do want to point out I am also casting something.
oh my god.
But I am casting this. How far away is everyone from me? Friendlies.
Jewel is somewhere between 10 and 15 feet below you at this point, like diagonally below.
Yeah.
Jewel is 45 feet away from you.
Sonata? Okay. Well,
I'm the one.
okay.
I just
Sonata,
bit my
yeah,
tongue.
Sonata, if I fucked up. Sonata's the one closest. Jewel is wicked far.
Then-
but less far because you're kind of high up. Angle.
Yeah, I got you. But also then, in that same swift motion, Sonata is going to feel weird. Almost like she takes on a little bit more of a, well, elder form, if you will.
Eldritch.
A little bit more
You grow claws,
beastie.
teeth,
Okay.
sharpen.
And kind of as that happens, I'm going to shout down to her. I might work to get him to come over to you.
That's true.
Should I roll another intimidate?
No,
then?
no.
No,
That's
maybe
for your
on your
next
turn,
turn.
but yeah.
Okay.
Also, if you attack, your unarmed attacks do 1d4 piercing.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
it was mostly just thematic for you to try and intimidate him again.
Yeah.
The Rat King stops, but doesn't laugh. It was lumbering towards Jewel, but it stops.
Hmm.
And it turns, facing you, the sort of featureless, just blackness under the mask. It is funny that you're in my kingdom. Starts stomping over. Hey! You know what we forgot to do? You need to give me a concentration check, Sonata, because they bit you. That is a constitution save.
Okay.
I always forget.
Ooh,
Spell is the
Hooey!
I thought
the
that was
first
a two.
time.
I
Yeah,
also thought that was a two.
The 18. The 18 is cursed to teeter towards 2, but this time it didn't teeter far enough.
It's true.
And it just starts lumbering its way, slowed down by the wind, but not stopped by it. Now it stands sort of it actually stands in the gust of wind, because Sonata is pretty much there at the altar, you know, in pride of place where the light shines, and will make a couple of attacks against you. By a couple, I mean 3.
Oh, we are so dead.
I'm gonna die for
2
sure.
hit.
Oh,
Deals altogether 14 piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm down. What do I do when I have 8 HP left over?
What do you mean?
Does it just take it down to 0 or
You
what?
go down to 0. What do you,
Okay.
what do you mean?
When
Oh.
you have 8 HP and you lose more than the amount, you don't
Yeah.
go into
Yeah,
negative.
you don't. There's no negatives in this one.
Okay.
It does matter if you go to exactly 0, but negatives don't exist. That's what I
Okay.
thought you meant. Yeah, he just starts almost trying to tear you apart, and all the rats bite in, and just lurches and tries to. It's not pleasant to think about. Joel.
Didn't
Oh.
it have to stop in my? Didn't it have to stop in
It
my?
has stopped, but it only blows them when they start a turn there. It did slow him down to travel through it,
Okay.
but he had
Okay.
enough movement to do so.
Okay.
It's also gone now.
It's also gone now.
Now
because
it
you-
is, yeah.
yeah.
He made a tactical decision.
Hmm.
It was unfortunately a smart decision for him and bad decision for us. Well, just fuck again. Dang. Well, one of them. Was that
One of them
hit?
hits, yeah. 8 damage is actually pretty good.
Yep. And I don't think there's just nothing else I really can do. I'm just gonna try and porcupine.
I mean,
it
there's
until
the
it dies.
door, there's the gate door behind you if you wanted to. It's a mechanism. If you wanted to basically pull the lever to open this door, you could.
Oh, then yeah, I would do that.
So you do that. As it starts opening, the whole castle courtyard is revealed to you in the bright lights, which is mostly empty, par a couple of tents. And, there's actually some cages with some human soldiers in them. Quite a ways away, like another 30 feet away from that door.
I mean,
Guess who didn't use their 30 feet movement?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can run over there, but you don't have any more. You don't have any more interactions.
No, I can't do it. I can't open it this turn, but I'm going to sprint straight over to him and.
There's 4 of them in a big cage that's probably not meant for that sort of thing.
I imagine not.
Awesome. Sonata, make me a death save, please. There's a button for it on your character sheet.
No, it's fine. I just realized something.
Oh,
Guess you
that's
might
1
have a
point of
key to
death?
that giant cage.
Okay.
Then there's the rat
Oh,
swarms that are now not stuck. Because they were stuck in the basement because of the wind. Didn't close or board the door or anything like that. Now, luckily, they can't climb up the wall. Which is quite impressive. So, they are just going to start surging out of the castle past the Rat King, making their way towards you, Joel. They get 10 feet outside the castle in like a wave of rats, but they don't get all the way towards you. Bull.
Shit.
Is where the Rat King is standing, is he 5? So he's about 5 feet away from Sonata right now.
He's 20 feet away from you.
20 feet away from me. Okay, that's what I was wondering. So if I climb down the wall, boop Sonata, and then go away, he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity on me.
Say that again.
If I climb down the wall towards Sonata, boop her, and then leave.
Yes, you would be essentially. She would be in between you, so you would be safe.
Good. I do that. And
Does that mean I back up?
Yes, and your death rolls reset.
And as I do that, the elder magic of Shrike flows back to me, and another dagger flows to my hand.
He's been saving them, as he
And
should have.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I chuck.
I wanted Witch to have a unique form of spellcasting. Unfortunately, you're shitty.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm bad at shooting, but like climbing and throwing.
You did a lot on that.
I did a lot that turn, and I just move as far away as I can with my movement as well.
Up on the walls again, or just
still on the walls?
Cool. You could basically go back to where you were almost.
That's pretty much the plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except this time I'm on Pike's face.
Sure.
Wherever Pike's face is, that's where I am. I love this spell, by the way. Spider Climb.
Spider Climb.
It's such a good spell. It's one of my favorite spells. I got it specifically to freak you out, Tesh.
Yeah, it's working.
You see the mask get absorbed into the mass of rats of the Rat King, and Joel can see it emerge on the other side as its body just starts moving that way. And it just marches towards you. And again, doesn't get quite up to you. It's about 10 feet away with a swarm of rats at its feet.
Okay.
Sonata gets an opportunity attack against him.
Let's go.
Let's
Would
go.
be disadvantaged because you were on the floor.
Okay.
Swipe at his ankles. Serpent slay.
Oh,
no. Swiping, no swiping.
That was never happening, unfortunately. But, it's a free attack. Joel, it's your turn. So, both the Rat King and the Rat Swarm are out here in the courtyard. Courtyard's sand and old stone. They're in the sunlight, charging towards you. Behind you is this cart with the wrought iron cage of four soldiers in.
Okay. Would I know if this cage was here before they attacked?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
So then the guard probably had a key to that cage. The keys that I stole.
Yeah.
Can I use the guard's keys to try and unlock it?
You can. You can use your item interaction. That was a guard who looks after holding cells. This is a mobile holding cell. This is a police car. This is the van. So you literally go clink and unlock the padlock, and the guards there, because they've been there for better part of a day now, like, they're still in their armor and stuff, and they get up and, like, they groan, and they're like... One who's clearly higher rank, but not too much of a higher degree. There's a little bit of shiny, there's a little thing there. He's like, right, we'll help him. Alright, you abomination. Time to show them what Pife's finest can do. And some of they're like, hey, well, they're like getting up. And they get an initiative roll.
I have a question. From where they are, can they see my ass on Pife's face?
No.
Good. That's probably good, honestly.
Especially in your elder form.
I'm not in my elder form. Sonata is in my elder form.
She is. Okay. I would so that's the item interaction.
Mm-hmm.
I would turn around and just while firing, just scream in case there's anyone else nearby. If you want to be free of this demon, now's the time.
Yeah.
The offhand.
Offhand always hits.
Tesh,
who knew that Tesh was a southpaw?
Yeah.
Apparently, all my characters are.
All right. It's like one of the things, you just sink bolts into this thing. It never reacts either way, but you are seeing dead rats in its wake. Next is the soldiers, who grab at their weapons that are kind of left in caddies at the front of the thing, and just start charging in with spear in hand. It's for the Lord of Light!
Yes! Oh my god. I was legitimately just like, open this door, hope someone's there.
Now, actually what they do is they're more focused on the swarm of rats, the wave of rats rolling, because you're shooting at the big guy. Of course, they're in the way of the big guy. But they actually, the swarm of rats you weakened, they eradicate.
Oh, I would have also been backwards.
You have the whole courtyard, which is like a freaking like on 100-foot area. Don't worry about that.
And I fire 60 feet as well, so I would just run back as far as possible while firing.
Sonata, you can see him in the doorway, the Rat King, about 50 feet away.
He's dabbing.
What now?
He's stuck dabbing.
That was an incidental dab. I want to declare that was a subconscious dab.
Beautiful. You froze at the
birthday
perfect
miracle. You need to start saving my freeze faces, because that's how I have most of my emotes.
Yes, I need to open screen.
But Sonata, you can see the Rat King out through the doors around 50 feet away in the courtyard. And the rats, by extension, for your information. But you and Vol are alone in this room now.
Yeah, it does not matter. Sonata immediately drops to her knees and starts strumming on her drum, and she closes her eyes and she says, "By water, by air, the sea will repair," and like is feeling on herself and feeling word. Let's do this.
Word yourself.
Hey.
That's better.
You still have an action if you want to take it.
I will run.
So, just to remind you, there's stairs on the either side of the inside of the castle, which assumedly go higher up in the castle as well. If you were interested in, trying to find higher ground, trying to find more guards or something like that.
I just am out of things that I can do besides fight, and if I fight, I'm gonna get killed again.
Well, this is when you got to get smart.
Like, no amount of smart is gonna make me have a ranged attack.
We don't know what's on top of the walls yet.
Yeah, look for an item.
I'm gonna look around.
Siege weaponry on top of a castle.
Holy shit!
Well, there's nothing in the church. If you want to run,
I will go upstairs and look around.
Well, in the middle of combat, you can't go, I investigate the whole castle in a turn, So yes, you use your movement to start running up the stairs higher up the castle. I mean, it's a whole movement, so you get pretty far. Next up are the rat swarms, fighting a bunch of Regular guards.
Bye, gods. Thanks for
Thank you
helping.
for the one-turn distraction. It was really nice knowing you.
There's only 2 rat swarms, so actually, one dude gets eaten alive, stripped to the freaking bone. And that's the one who was going in there deep. He actually waded in and was spearing them and stuff. And then they just all turn on him at once and just strip the flesh.
Pleasant.
Speaking of, Vol, it's your turn.
Oh, hey. I'm going to climb down the wall. And then move as far up to the walls as I can. Up towards the walls, like to clarify.
So actually, just so you know, this castle is like an interior fort. Doesn't actually touch the walls of the outer walls. But I know you're climbing the castle.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think. Am I going to do anything else? Give me one moment to think about it.
If you don't do anything else, unless it's a bonus action, you and Sonata are basically together. Otherwise, you'll lag behind. Just so you know.
Well, yeah.
That gives Tesh more time to fight the big guy.
Yeah. No, I was gonna consider doing a bonus action, but I cannot. So I'm gonna continue to run.
Cool. You and Sonata are running together up to the top of the castle.
Yep.
The Rat King starts marching after Joel.
Just gotta keep that 30-foot. Just hope he doesn't have a ranged attack.
Where's the police van? He's gonna try and, like a tank from Left 4 Dead, just sling it at you.
Oh fuck!
Give me a deck save.
This is 100% the tank fight. No, it's the one from Vermintide with the giant.
That's what I've been picturing this whole time is Vermintide.
So what am I?
We've even got a God Emperor. Deck save.
Yeah. Okay. This is 100%. It's
one of the things. He goes, the freaking paddy wagon launches. You dive out of the way. The shitty quality iron just crumples as it bounces and hits the far wall. And considering something you never knew, the castle crumbled quite a lot, especially outer walls. They've been patched up with wood because they needed to fix the castle quickly. So like that just busts a freaking hole on the outer wall of the castle as it launches and just keeps going until it finds enough place to stop. Next up is your turn, Joel. It is still 10 feet away from you because it's basically using its movement while you're moving away from it.
Yep. Just. So in that case, I'm just gonna keep that distance, fire the 2 shots, and run back 30 feet again.
Mm-hmm.
Fully expecting to find something else to have to dodge. I'm actually gonna look and I would get a 1.
It's like you're looking away. You're just firing at the thing.
That's okay. Neither of them hit. Yeah.
No, but if you're looking back, around 30 feet away from you is now that break in the outer wall. It's not ground level though. It's a jump. But it's a jump you are confident you could do.
Yeah.
The DM says.
Barring dice deciding I die.
Well, you'd have a run up as well, so. It'd still be a roll.
I guess.
But yeah.
I guess I'd honestly probably start moving towards that.
Yeah, that would be your next turn. The guards gonna keep on trying to kill the rat swarms. The 3 boys, the 3 musketeers. They all hit.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm 100% that one person in Left 4 Dead that's just kiting the tank, yelling, help, someone help, someone fucking help.
No, absolutely. They're weakening them. And they're drawing the focus away, which is always good. Sonata, at this point, you use your movement. You can get to the top of this castle. There's a brilliant flag that's all torn and tattered. Don't worry about it. There is a pot of oil set up to drop on over the door of the castle. The Rat King's too far away, but if he was under the castle, goes sploosh him.
All right, so I would run up to it, and I would yell to Jewel. I'd be like, "Oil, oil!"
It's one of those things from below.
Oil.
You can't even, because it's like built very prettily into the design, where you're like, oh shit. And I imagine you start, lighting the automatic mechanism, pull the bellows and stuff to get it all fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, rat swarms. The one that's weakened does get a chomp. Then the one that's strong also gets a chomp. One more guard eaten away. This one has a lot more fight to him. And the one who's in charge is like, we will go down to our last man. And the other guy's like, yeah. Bull, you are now also at the top of the castle with the crenellations, the details. Now it is what so. The outer wall of the castle, like a 10 feet jump to the closest part if you wanted to get up there. And yes, there's ballista up there.
Sure, I'll give it a go. I'll probably fall and die. But if this is how Vol goes... Actually, wait, how long does spider climb last?
You're the one with the spell.
I know, I'm asking you as I'm looking at it. Don't worry, hold on. Up to 1 hour. I'm gonna climb up to the thing. That cool?
Well, it's what
I gotta
you would
jump
do.
to the wall and then climb, right?
Yeah, you would jump to the wall and then climb up. Still give me an acrobatics roll, because that's how close you get to the ballista on your turn. But you're essentially dashing, so with that, that's enough because you have spider climb. You just needed to get an average. You can. Cool. It's not even clean. You jump, and it's one of the things because they're fixing up the castle. There's like wooden scaffolding on the inside of the walls that you kind of like half fall into and to climb up, but you're clinging to the walls. And
I want to make it look as much as possible like I'm rock climbing, not like I'm being a spider witch. So I'm like,
so you're not Draculaing it.
No, exactly. I'm looking like I'm rock climbing, and that's a conscious motion effort at this point.
So with your whole turn, dashing, run, jump, you can get up to one of the ballista points.
Cool.
And it's new. You can smell the varnishing oil on the metal.
Ooh, yeah.
Now the Rat King chases after you. And uses its sprint to get up to you, Joel. It's like, eventually you'll tire. My plague's in you now. And that's his whole turn.
Oh,
Joel.
yeah. That's a thing.
So, you're 30 feet away from the break in the wall. You are around, for this ease of sake, 60 feet away from the oil pot at the bottom of the castle. Because you were doing a stagger move. And this bad boy, this bad rat, is right in front of you.
So, I'm going to duck and roll, but like, realistically, I'm going to go around him and duck and roll. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to duck and roll through his legs and then just use my dash action to get as close as I can to the door.
The guards?
Nope.
Finish off the rat swarms.
Yes. True heroes of Pyth.
If they look over at me, I'm going to point up at the where Sonata is with the oil.
They do that, and so there's only two of them. So there's one who's in charge, the guard captain, and he looks around. He sees that, looks around, sees Vol at one ballista, and he basically points at the other one. Just because it's one of the things, you're moving so fast, yelling isn't as useful when you're like the Flash.
Yeah, that's true.
But he and that guy will, with the little bit of movement they have left, start on the way towards the other opposite ballista. Next is Sonata's turn. I recommend you ready in action to drop that shit.
I'm going to do that and cast Bardic Inspiration on Spider Witch there.
Yeah,
little old me. You like me. You really like me. Sweet. There's no more spider swarms. So next
I don't have nearly enough hair to do the hair flip. It's a real tragedy.
I got you.
You really don't.
No. Thank you. I appreciate
You're
that. I can do that.
He's got enough hair for both of you.
Right now.
I'm glad I was looking
very
away, whatever
attractive.
that was.
Oh, thank you.
Pattered a little at
I
that.
hope I'm not coming back to being banned from Twitch.
Oh, I just showed a little skin. A little skin.
Oops.
Mostly here.
Is that your heart?
Anyways. Oh, yes, it is.
Your head is cut off on the camera right now.
Yeah, because I sat up straight for once.
Because it's that
Yeah,
moment where
there
you
you
gotta
go.
like action try. So it's
Yeah.
your turn. You have this ballista in front of you.
Yeah. What role do
Surely
I
it's a
need?
point and click interface, right? I'm just looking that up right now.
Yeah, thank you. I'm assuming it's probably some mix of dexterity and some other shit. I have
It's a ranged weapon attack.
It's a ranged weapon attack.
It's loaded with a bolt. To reload it will basically be, because you're on your own, a whole extra turn. But the
That's
bolt in it
fine.
right now, if it hits, it's a bit. And this is the Army of Goldport, and it's new. It's a freaking faux gold, like spiraling, fiery tip.
Good. Great. Audacious. Now, so ranged attack roll.
You have advantage because you're pointing down.
Right. Just dexterity?
Yeah, you
Cool.
don't have proficiency with siege weapons.
I have proficiency with blowguns. Does that count?
No.
You sure?
But what if he blows on it?
Yeah, what if I blow on it for good luck?
This
Then do I
is
get
a
proficiency?
Goldport ballista, not a courtesan ballista.
Ah, okay.
That is
hit?
a wicked hit.
Fucking damn.
So that is 3d10 piercing damage.
Ah,
Oh my
damn.
god.
It's a siege weapon.
So that'll be
Oh my
37
God.
damage.
You
Ah,
launch,
damn.
and it just freaking pierces the thing. You see almost an explosion of rats out the other side. The creepy fucking thing is that it just keeps lurching and going. But like the slime you fought earlier, much smaller, much thinner, as more of its body is being just removed. Literally removed. As it's starting to lurch and sprint and getting as fast as possible. And runs all the way to Jewel. Now, Sonata, here's a choice. If you do the suspended cauldron right now, it will hit Jewel, but it's a dex save.
Okay.
But I have disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
No, you don't.
Don't I? Oh no, that's right. It's checks. Thank fuck.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That is something that we have talked
As a
about
matter
at
of
length. as well.
Fact, could I give him advantage by being like, now, like yelling now, so that he knows to get the
I will
fuck
give
out
him
of
an
the
easier save. I won't give him an advantage for that, because that's like,
Okay.
too easy, but I'll give him an easier save compared to the other
Sorry,
guy.
buddy, I'm doing it.
No, it's like the right
Okay.
choice, right?
Okay, what do I do?
This is very much a
we
full
make
dilemma.
dex saves. And you roll me 4d8.
Oh, thank fuck.
48. 3d8 fire damage.
3d8?
Yeah, you make that.
Uh,
He does not.
because it's my
Oh.
turn.
Oh
after
my
you.
fucking god.
Ah!
But is he on fire? Because thematically, yes, he would
He
be.
wouldn't be on fire. No,
Oil?
No, it's boiling oil.
boiling.
Oh, it's
Boiling
boiling oil.
Somebody
Well,
has to hit him with fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
it's
not on
boiling
fire,
oil,
he's-
which will burn more. Yeah, and especially
That's
it's a
what I
thing
want.
of rats, so it all just starts like forming in this horrible black ooze to the thing, and you can hear the individual rats screaming under the thick layer of tar that you're pouring on top of this thing, and it's starting to slow down a lot more. Jewel, you're right in front of it. You're in the doorway to the castle, and it's trying to like pull the tar out, which is just getting more rats stuck. When they disconnect from the thing, like they're trying to run away, but they're like stuck to the tar. It's horrifying.
Can I, of course, do roll away?
Yeah.
But because of where we are, I want to roll into where the lever is for the door. And can I strike my torch and just say, you have to work for your food, and shut the door shut?
Yes, you can.
Don't work harder, work smarter.
Roll me 3d8 fire damage. You guys on top of the castle see the thing well with fire. Jewel, as the gate closes, just you feel the well of heat. You don't see it, you smell it, and you hear it. Everyone else you see the thing just drag down as the burning oil just coats every part of it. Any parts that get away are splintered from the mass and are just rats running away. And after a moment to be... Really? It is very much a dead, molten pile of tar in front of the castle of dead rats.
Fuck. Just sits down.
Sorry about that oil thing. Sorry.
Okay.
He had 2 more friends.
Oh, fuck. Gets back up.
Can you give me a perception check with advantage, Vol? Oh, shit. They heard that you broke the police car.
They heard.
You see the 2 rats, were-rats. They were guarding the front of the castle. They're looking in, like, because it's one of those things where there's a little door.
Yeah.
They're looking in through that, and they're just fucking bolting it. They're actually running towards the sewers. Now, you know what's hilarious? Fucking Grand Admiral over there, fucking Captain of the Guard on his ballista. He gets the other guy to load it. It's like, quickly, load! Now, depending on this roll, actually fucking misses. In the moment of need! Mankind
Heroes of Jarviskjir
fails.
title revoked.
It's okay. It means were-rats still exist.
And they start scuttering away into the sewers. Maybe something to hunt another time. Because right now, it's time to rest.
You'll need to find a priest. He heard the curses in him now. He wants it out.
And with that, that's actually where we finish. This one shot. With the evil defeated.
That was my first slime.
That gelatinous cube is fucking
that was a
terrifying.
real fun gelatinous cube fight. I told you, Dogsy, that Gust of Wind was a good spell.
That is an amazing spell. That is amazing.
I don't hate it. It's insane how much stuff passed it though.
Because when you don't, when you start your turn in it, it's just a strength save. Strong creature's going to push past it. But then you run, you can push through it.
It's like having momentum going in versus standing in it with no momentum and just being.
No, I'm not saying anything.
No,
about
I know.
Balanced or anything.
I
was surprised by how strong some stuff was.
Oh yeah, Big Boy was strong.
Big Boy was
He
strong.
was scary.
Big Boy's tough.
Totally.
That was a very fun time. Thank you, Ollie.
I'm so glad I opened that door to that courtyard because I was considering not doing it.
Happy Ollie's birthday, everyone.
Happy Ollie Day,
Happy
everybody. Happy Ollie Day.
It's a holiday where we remember to love our friends and D&D.
Absolutely.
And also maybe touch some butts. Consensual.
Definitely a little bit of consensual butt touching. It's important.
It's good for mental health. Anyway, these characters may return one day. Who knows? Jarviskjir, hashtag everything's connected. I know these 2 love their characters. I think maybe given the chance, Doxy might re-roll.
I love her. I would just want to re-roll her stats really bad.
Which is reasonable.
Which is reasonable for one-shot characters.
Yeah.
But who knows, right? So, with that in mind, why don't we start our circle of shame, starting with Will over here, playing our favorite old Spider-Man. Old Spider-Man! Your friend in the neighborhood, old Spider-Man.
Hi.
Oh, that's funny. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you gotta make yourself laugh.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can find me at twitch.tv/WinterBearGames, where all of the links for everything else you would need for me are there. And more importantly, thank you, Ollie, for a very, very fun time. I very much enjoyed this, and I look forward to playing more with you in the future, especially not next Sunday, but the following Sunday, right? For
this Sunday, I'm not. If I'm streaming, it's just a chill thing for birthday's sake.
And then the next one, I'm away.
Oh yeah,
right.
So it's
that's what I meant by not this Sunday. And then you know what I mean. Be Heroes, which I am so fucking excited for because everything went to shit and we need to fix it.
People need to die.
Yeah,
we got to stab a bitch.
We've changed jobs.
Yeah, we have very much.
Like
we're still monster hunting, different type of monster.
Different type of monster. Yeah, you know, we've pretty much gone into bounty hunting. But you know. Vengeance.
Don't tell Kinley.
Vengeance.
So, someone else I know who's sworn for vengeance is Doxy.
Oh hi, I'm Zero Doxy. I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you on the day of your birth?
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, let's rush through this. I'm gross. You don't even need to follow me. If you wanted to, you could click my name and it'll take you right to my channel. Click here. Just click right there. Click here.
Do it.
Do it.
And Tesh, over here. It's like I can reach out, touch it.
I don't know if that's the right side of the thing. Hi, I'm Tesh of the Tesh Shoe. You can find me under that name on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And you should follow my Twitter. That's where I keep up to date all the things I'm doing and post lots of cute animal gifs. Pretty much, yeah.
Me. If you're new to me, I stream D&D. I'm going to be streaming more D&D as the future goes. That's actually my focus right now, is just creating good stories live on stream for all of you. All of these people are in my other shows, both on Wednesday and on Sunday. And I also stream Spyro at the moment. I'm going to stream some Spyro or maybe Sea of Thieves tomorrow because I might be mildly addicted to that game, even though I kind of hate it. I love to hate it and I hate to love it. And I do art. And this show is supported by Patreon. If you want extra Jarviskjir content, there's a whole podcast of extra stuff every week. What? If you want the rules for these homebrew classes, they're also available on my Patreon, because I'm going to be writing a whole freaking book about them when they're more balanced. But I think he was pretty good. I'm fighting a sneeze, so I need to wrap this up, because I'm going to fucking blow. I'm Vesuvius up in here. But thank you for the birthday well wishes. I appreciate it. I hope I have many more years entertaining you for the robot uprising or something. All right. Go home.
Ciao.